What's happening, my beautiful people out there in the fragrance world? Welcome to PR Scents. My name's Jose, and as always, here you'll find fragrance reviews for the common man and ladies at not so expensive prices. So today, this is more for the common man than for ladies. Although ladies, if you want to wear these, you wear them as well. So I'm always trying to think of things to do for you guys, and I know it's the summer. It is hot as heck here in Tennessee, East Tennessee, and still, you guys know I love the winter. So I'm trying to prepare you for the winter. So I thought I would give you I was going through my collection. I'm like, let me do a review of 7 of my Tom Ford Ombre / Tuscan Leather fragrances that I have. So that way, if you guys see them at the rack stores or if you want to buy them at discounters, you know, now's the time because they're cheaper. You know, summer fragrances are cheaper to buy in the winter fragrances are cheaper to buy in the summer because the demand is not there. But once the winter comes, if you try to get these in the winter, they'll go up slightly. They're not going to go up $50, but they'll go up slightly. So, you know, I figured I'd give you 7 of my Tom Ford Ombre / Tuscan Leather fragrances. If you want to know what they are and what I think of them, stick around and I'll see you in a second. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, like I said, welcome to PR Scents, and today we're going to be talking about 7 in my collection that are clones or very similar to the same DNA as Tuscan Leather or Ombre Leather by Tom Ford. Some of them are really, really cheap. One of them is a little more costlier. They're all clones, so, you know, that's what it is. So we're going to start with a real cheapie that I found at, I believe it was Marshall's. And the name of this one is Black Leather by a company called Murata. Murata Shield, EDP. And this is supposed to be an Eau de Parfum. Guys, this was like $14.99 I found it for. The atomizer is not bad at all. It smells really, really good. Like if you want, this one I think is closer to Tuscan Leather. But it does have a little bit of a hint of Ombre Leather in there as well. Very, very leathery. Has a little bit of fruitiness to it as well, but not as much as some of the other ones. Now, this one has citrus and grapefruit as a top note, believe it or not. And I think that's where you get that fruitiness from. Spicy, herbal, woody, patchouli as mids, and then vetiver, amber, black leather, and cedarwood as the base. It is really nice. For $14.99, I was really, really surprised. Now, of course, on a lot of these, the performance is not that great. You'll have to respray every now and then. In the winter, they'll hold up much better. But, you know, $14.99, guys, like, it's not bad at all. This is a really, really nice one. And this one is called Black Leather by Shield. And like I said, you can find it usually at Marshall's if you're lucky. It's got this really weird little cap there. I don't know why they do that. It's a little faux leather, but really nice. That's number 1. Let's go on to number 2. Now this one is being discontinued, or it is discontinued. This is a Maison Alhambra, which is really Lattafa, and this is Toscano Leather. And guys, can you tell what this is a clone of? Yeah, Tuscan Leather. And this one actually is very, very nice. Now, they don't last as long as I'd like. On my skin. On your skin, it might last 10 hours. Who knows? But this is a really nice one. This one has saffron, thyme, animal notes as its top notes. It's got leather, raspberry, woody notes, jasmine, and incense as its mid, and then leather and amber as its base notes. It is a very leathery, suede, woody kind of scent. Really, really nice. I like it. It's not as fruity as some of the other ones that I have, but you can still get that from it. And you're gonna, well, now I don't know how much you're gonna spend because they're being discontinued. Now, they're being discontinued, but the belief is that they're just gonna remarket it in different bottles because I guess Tom Ford, probably the word is, Tom Ford said, you need to stop. You can't be stealing our boxes, you can't be stealing our bottles because they did it to the T. So they have 8 in the line that have that same Tom Ford kind of shape. If you include their Amber and Leather fragrance, which is, I think that's another Ombre, that's an Ombre Leather fragrance, which I don't have. That doesn't come in a bottle that looks like this, it's round. You have 9 of them. I have 8, I'm lucky enough. I haven't gotten the Amber and Leather. I should have gotten it. It probably is gonna go up in price as well. But Toscano Leather is very, very nice. It's a good alternative to Tuscan Leather if you don't wanna spend that, 100 and above price. This is a good alternative for now until it, it gets pricier and pricier. So, and I think it's getting pricier and pricier, not so much because, oh, it's absolutely awesome and beats Tom Ford. It's just because collectors want to collect it because they know it's going to be gone, and it'll be worth more money, in after that. So that's number 2. Let's go on to number 3. Now this one is one that will run you about $23. You'll find this one at TJ Maxx sometimes, but mostly at Target and Walmart. And this is Cremos Vintage Suede, and this is number 21. Really, really nice. I like this one a lot. I've gotten compliments. Now, they don't talk a lot of, Cremo tends to just give you 3 notes, and the notes on this one is suede, amber, and moss. Not a bad atomizer. Again, same DNA as that Ombre Leather, that Ombre Leather has. It does have a little fruitiness to it, but more of that leathery. And I was walking through the supermarket after I sprayed it, and this woman stopped me and she was like, "Oh my God, you smell so good. What is it?" And I told her because she wanted to buy one for her husband. But for $23, guys, not bad at all. It is a little mossy, a little earthy. It's probably the earthier than most of the other ones. It's got this mossy, earthy kind of feel to it. That is not as fruity as the other ones, but nice. And it lasts on my skin maybe like 2-3 hours, but then I'll just respray if I want to. But in the winter it tends to last a little longer, so that's one that I definitely recommend, which is Cremos Vintage Suede. Let's go on to number 4. Now, this is the priciest one, and this one, guys, is so Jose Coffee worthy. Give me a second, let me just absorb that coffee because it's very rich and dark and so good. Anyway, this one will run you, I think it's going around $50, $60 or so. Well worth the price if you like that leather kind of scent and you want to smell like Tuscan leather. Rasasi La Yuqawam. Now, this was hyped like crazy. Rasasi La Yuqawam, to me, I got into clones maybe a year ago, and I got this one for my birthday. And I think this is the one that put clones on the map for the most part. Lattafa was okay, Armaf, Afnan, all of those were okay. Rasasi was known as well. But I think La Yuqawam was the one that people started noticing that clones can be made with really good quality and smell really, really good, and sometimes better than the original. This one is so nice. I have put quite a dent in this one. This has got raspberry, saffron, thyme. Its base notes are like leather, suede, woody notes, and amber. I'm gonna spray it on my skin because I love it so much. Now this one is leathery, but you get a very like fruity, like a nice fruity raspberry feel to it. That fruitiness just comes out. It sits on top of the leather, and the leather kind of plays a little bit of the background. But man, is it nice. It lasts a long time, and on my skin, that says something. Like I said, it's the most expensive one in this list, but if you want to smell like Tuscan leather and not spend that Tuscan leather money, Rasasi La Yuqawam is my number 1 recommendation because it is so damn good. So that's number 4. No, actually that's number 5. We've got 2 more to go, and one of them is a real cheapie. Actually, both of them are real cheapies. So let's go on to, now this one was recommended to me by a subscriber, and he said, you have to try this fragrance because it's really, really good. I think I was doing a leather fragrance review, and he said, try this one. And I had another subscriber that told me that this company now is now owned by the previous CEO or somebody. It's either Dior or one of those high-end companies that now owns this company. And this is Baldessarini's Black Eau de Toilette. Guys, this is really, really nice. It's got a stranger tone. Yes, it is leathery, but it has basil in it as a top note, and the basil is very, very prominent in this. So it's, instead of having like raspberry in it, it's got basil on top of the leather, which is kind of a weird, you know, combination, but it works. It works really well. This is one that's not talked about too much. It's got weird things like ice as a note, black pepper also. I'm sorry, pink pepper, but it's so nice. It's got myrrh, patchouli. The myrrh gives it a woody kind of feel to it. It's got leather, tonka bean, and labdanum in it, as well as the base notes. And it's sweet, it's spicy, it's musky. It ran me, I bought the tester, which is why I don't have the cap, and it does say tester on it, demonstration. I don't need the cap, but I do like the caps. But this is surprisingly a very nice one. Now, the performance on it on my skin, again, I get maybe 4 hours out of it, but I was really pleasantly surprised by this, and the subscriber that recommended this, I thank you, because I like it in my collection. And yeah, it does smell really, really nice. It smells to me more like a Tuscan leather than an ombre leather, but either way, it's just a nice leathery kind of scent with that basil, which gives it a little bit of a tartness. So yeah, I think this is a nice one. Now the last one is a big surprise, and the last one was hyped a little bit a while back, maybe 4 or 5 months ago. I know that Ross at TLTG talked about it. I think he was one of the first ones that talked about it. And this is $9.99 at Ross. Sometimes you can find it at TJ Maxx or Marshall's. And this is Ben Sherman's Signature. Now, Ben Sherman's Signature is a weird one because it's really, really good. Surprisingly, for $9.99. I love to put this on at night because it's very relaxing. Definite, and the atomizer is really nice. But you get that leather, you get a little bit of that fruitiness as well. And I was really, really surprised that it was $9.99. So if you guys see this and you like leather and you want to have something that you could just throw on without having to worry about spending, wasting your Toscano leather or your ombre leather away, and you don't need it to last 10 hours, this is a really surprisingly nice one. They also make Ben Sherman Icon, which I'm not crazy about. But Signature was a big surprise. I really, really enjoyed that one. So, to me, guys, these are all Jose coffee worthy. They're not going to break your bank. You're going to smell good in the fall and the winter and not have to spend a lot of money. And, aside from spending around $60 for La Yuqawam. But if I had to recommend one over all of them, I would recommend La Yuqawam. I've got one more. I did say 7. I think I only did 6. And this is also one of my favorite. This one and La Yuqawam are tied because I love this one so much, and you'll be able to tell, and I talk about this one all the time. Rare Carbon. Rare Carbon is a mix between ombre leather EDT and ombre leather perfume. And oh my God, is this so damn good. Let me tell you what the notes are. So it's got leather, it's got violet leaf, nutmeg, and cinnamon as its top notes. Mint notes of violet, oud, rose, and cedar. This is the only one that has that oud, and this is by Afnan. And then it's got sandalwood, amber, and vetiver as its base notes. This is a beautiful scent, and you could see I've put a dent in it. Now, this does not cost a lot. It's still under $30, I believe. The only issue I have with it is that its atomizer just sprays out such a big thing. You spray it here and you're gonna get hit in the face and everything else. So be careful with that. But man, does it smell good. It lasts a long, long time. I wish I could wear it in the summer. And sometimes I do if it's not super hot. Like today, it's really, really hot. It's like 91. I would not put this on. But in the fall, winter, or a really nice, cool spring, summer evening, I don't care. I'll spray this. It's that good. And like I said, it'll still run you under $30. So I definitely recommend you get this. You get a little floral from the violet. You smell the vetiver a bit, but mostly it's that leather and the violet leaf that you get. Just so good. I would say that because I have this and I have La Yuqawam, I would not bother spending my money on Tuscan Leather or Ombre Leather, because these are really good replacements for them for the price that you're gonna pay. You know, if you guys want to pay that $100, $150, $200 for the Tom Fords, go ahead and do it. But this is a good alternative, and it's a good backup. So, you know, instead of spraying your Tom Fords all the time, you have these, you spray these, nobody's gonna know. I guarantee you, out of the 100% of people that are out there, 90% are not gonna know whether you're wearing Ombre Leather or you're wearing Rare Carbon. And I always tell them what I'm wearing, and they're surprised and like, oh, you know, where can I get it? And I tell them. And I take pleasure in that, because I take pleasure in smelling like something that smells like $200 and I bought it for $30. You know, some people, there are some hardcore people out there that hate clones. Sorry. But I love them. I think that they're really good. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I understand the artistic, you know, thing, because I'm an artist and I would hate for somebody to steal my stuff. But, you know, these companies do a really good job of providing us with a way of being able to smell like something that we can't afford, you know, and so I appreciate that. And the other thing is, maybe you do want to buy Tom Ford, but you're not sure if you're gonna like it and you don't want to spend that kind of money. Then you spend, you know, $9.99 on a fragrance that smells a little bit like it, doesn't last as long, but smells a little bit like it, and get a feel for whether you're gonna like it. And then if you do, well, then go out and buy the Tom Ford real one. So that's my take on it. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. What are your comments? You know, put them down and I'll try and respond. If you like it, please like, please subscribe. And as always, guys, you guys make sure that you be safe, you be loved, and I will talk to you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.